Hello, everybody, and welcome. Hope you can hear me okay. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Very happy to have here such a great company as DeWiCats, Ahmed. I see Martial from DeWiCats as well, and I also see Agnil and Brzezinski Kivitz. Nice to have you, everybody, here. Let's give it a couple of minutes for more people to join us, and we'll kick this off. Very excited for our conversation.
Sounds great, man. Yeah, thank you for having us. I'm assuming this is Taki Soul.
Yes, it's Taki in the mic from the Dean's List Twitter account controls. And once again, guys, it's a great pleasure. I really want to hear what you guys are working on. I'm very curious about that. And let's wait 2 more minutes for people to join us and fire this up. Super excited.
Great, sounds good.
All right, let's get this started. It's a great Friday afternoon where I am. I am GM to everybody. Good evening, good afternoon to wherever you are. And today in our weekly DAO space, we have DeWiCats, the first utility-based PFP backed by Helium Hotspots, a Miami-based NFT project powering the city one hotspot at a time. Mint Day TBA, I see in the Twitter bio. So, very excited to hear more about DeWiCats. Guys, tell us a couple of things about DeWiCats, and let's get into it.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having us again. This is a great pleasure to speak here. So what is DeWiCats? DeWiCats, it's a lot of things really, but mainly we are the first NFT project on Solana that will be backed by Helium Hotspots and will be minted via HNT. And when I say backed by Helium Hotspots, what that means really is that we'll have a treasury of Helium Hotspots. We already have over around 25 hotspots deployed, a treasury of over around 60 million mobile tokens, and it's only going to be ever increasing. And the idea here is have a treasury of hotspots where we can keep these helium tokens flowing back into the treasury, and the people part of the DeWiCat NFT community can then propose ideas and get some ideas funded using these tokens. Um, so it's kind of like a little twist to Nouns DAO, if you can think. So that's really the main thing. Additionally, we are trying to pioneer and be the first NFT project on Solana to have our custom DAO UX. So we're straying away from what everybody's doing right now in the realms, where all these DAOs are just together in one website. We are using SPL governance, using the SDK, and we are actually building this custom UX, and we're gonna have a starter repo for everybody to be able to do what we're doing, and that is actually almost complete, and we're really excited to show it off. We're gonna have some custom React hook to make it easier for people, and overall, we just think it's very important for Solana to be able to offer a custom experience for NFT projects. You know, a lot of people in our team, we've come from Ethereum, and if you've ever been in Ethereum, you'll see that a lot of these NFT projects have these very custom experiences. And one of the reasons being why we really wanted to do this was because we wanted to be Web 2 accessible. And in order to be Web 2 accessible, we wanted to use Magic Link. And so we want to be able to get people to buy these NFTs with a Magic Link account. You don't have to create a wallet. You don't have to do anything. And for those that don't know what Magic is, it's basically a tool that just makes it very easy for you to get into Web3 without having to create a private key, set up your seed phrase, save those things. For a lot of the people, it can be, there's a huge barrier of entry, and we're trying to shorten that barrier. And so then by us creating our own custom realms experience, we're able to add Magic Link, get people to buy this NFT with a Magic Link account, and these people that were once in Web 2 can get into Web 3 and actually propose ideas, vote on proposals, etc. And yeah, that's really what we're trying to do with the DAO experience.
That's some pretty powerful stuff, guys. I mean, I'm very excited to hear this. I have to admit I didn't know much until our conversation in a group that led to this wonderful discussion here today. Uh, Amazing stuff. So how come you guys ended up using Helium and Solana consequently? I suspect it's because Helium migrated to Solana, and what led your journey to to come here? Is it because of the tools that you can only find in these particular blockchains, or any other reasons that led you guys here in this ecosystem?
Yeah, there's many reasons. I'd say the main reason is that we're all Helium maxis. Marcial, Agno, and I, we're all really passionate about Helium, and it's actually Marcial that got me into Helium day one. He once told me to get a hotspot like maybe like 2 years ago, and ever since I got that hotspot, we kind of and sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Sorry. Okay, yeah, I cut off for a bit. Yeah, ever since we got those hotspots, we really got into Helium, and I actually ended up contributing to Helium. I got a job at Nova Labs, the founding team behind Helium, and when I got there, we started migrating towards Solana, so I got really into Solana. And even before this, we always had this idea to like create this NFT project that would, you know, be a special place for the Helium community, and it kind of has just been evolving ever since we started thinking about this idea. And so yeah, we basically got here just by being like very passionate about Helium, and with Helium moving to Solana, it just felt like the right thing to do. And really, without Solana, we wouldn't be able to do this. So very exciting.
Very exciting indeed. And from what I hear, you guys have the perfect recipe, for at least having a good time in Web3, being passionate about what you do. That's where it all starts. And doing the thing you love, and eventually, building something out of this. That's very exciting. And it's also very exciting to have, builders like you, as I see on Realms SPL governance, which is our beloved platforms for DAOs here on Solana. Another amazing tool built by great builders, and that we all enjoy to as our daily playground in when it comes to DAOs, and not only on Solana, and in my opinion, in Web3 in general. The potential there is enormous, and that's what we're trying to expand, and spread the word out on the great things that you can build. So I didn't even know that was possible, what you guys described, what you're building. So super excited about what we're looking forward. Welcome, Dean the Machine. I see also Wales friend in the audience. I see DeFi Volts. I see Easy. I see Scientist Joe. Thank you, everybody, for being here. An amazing discussion. So, for those of you that joined later, we were discussing about DeWiCats, and their journey, and what led them to build on Solana, and the very cool things that are building on top of SPL governance, in assistance with Magic Link, which is another amazing tool that I think we saw recently in Grizzlies, if I'm not mistaken, or in another hackathon quite recently.
No, Magic, they just raised a boatload of money, actually, right? They're the sign on, like the easier wallet sign on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think they just raised like a crazy amount of money. I can't quote how much it was, but yeah, I think they're only getting bigger from here.
Sorry I was late, guys. I wanted to ask, did you have a different DAO platform you were using on a different chain before, or is this your first kind of like DAOing experience on in general?
So, yeah, a couple people on my team, Agno and Marcial, like we had dabbled on Ethereum, like a couple hackathons. We created some DAOs, and it was never an NFT project, but we were just familiar with the DAO experience on Ethereum. And yeah, this is our first time on Solana trying to create an NFT project, and you know, creating a full blown NFT gated DAO. But as we got into Solana, we started seeing like there are some gaps right now, at least like for creating a custom experience. And yeah, we're working on closing that gap, right, and making it easier for everybody to be able to offer these like really rich experiences. And yeah, we believe that like right now, I think everybody can agree like Web3 is a very niche place, and I think one of the key things it's missing is like Web2 adoption. And what Magic is doing is great, and so like we're trying to adopt that, and hopefully we can pioneer this and have get other NFT projects to do the same, which would be great.
Wanted to share also, guys, that on Realms, uh, you know, there's just so much um, under the hood. And one of the jobs we have as Dean's List with Realms is to prioritize which of these things to unlock. So right now there's an active grant to unlock the multiple choice proposals. Soon after, there's a few other things, but I wanted to ask, I remember that we had connected on an ecosystem call around prioritizing, I think, an SDK. Um, do you still like, is that like the number one request for you guys from the Realms team, or um, is there something else that that you would want to add to that?
Yeah, so I did actually share that with the team. Like right now, we're looking to mint no later than October 30th. So that's a Helium Hacker House in Breakpoint, and we right now we're really prioritizing getting it working, like at least having some starter repo, working with SPO governance, and then getting our own D app working with SPO governance. Um, but yeah, we have spoken about like improving the the actual SDK, which would be great. It's not like a number one in the list of priorities. Like number one list on the list of priorities is of course like getting this project ready for mint date no later than October 30th. But we are definitely really open to like discussing actually contributing to the SDK. Like we see some gaps, like just we can go into detail about like what things that we may not like when we're using the SDK. But most importantly, I think we could really offer like some really good documentation. I think that's something that's missing. Um, and yeah, documentation can go a really, really long way.
Oh, that's great to hear because we also have a documentation program we're working on. So yeah, once we one of the things that I don't see, yeah, Legends here. Legends really leading the front there, so I'll make sure to introduce you guys um, after the call. Great to have more people, and really, this is the energy that you know it makes stuff happen.
Yeah, 100%. Um, we've really been going about like with the motto like NFTs have failed us, and no, obviously, no, we're not throwing shade to any NFTs. Like, there's so many good NFTs on Solana, but there's also like a lot of really bad ones, and we're trying to like fix a lot of the things that are going wrong. So that's Web2 accessibility, custom UX experience, and we're even looking into possibly getting metadata on chain for Solana. We're looking into that. It's not 100%, but we see what's happening with ordinals. People are just saying, "Oh, like ordinal is better because all the metadata is on chain," and everybody on Solana knows that it's possible. It's kind of just been like something that I guess Solana NFT projects have adopted, just not to keep the metadata on chain, but it's 100% possible. So we're looking into that because I know some people may appreciate having the metadata on chain. So it's just those little things that if you do them right, you can really just be a project that offers a lot of quality.
Thank you for this great introduction. Just circling back to what you're doing on the realm side. So my dumbing it down for myself and for some of our listeners, what I understand is that you will keep the sign-in method Web2 and offer a custom experience, but the back end is all the SPL governance framework. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was almost all correct. But to be clear, the app is going to have a dual experience. So when you connect your wallet, you'll be able to connect your Web3 wallet. It can be Phantom, the Helium wallet, whichever Solana wallet you want to connect. And then we'll also offer Magic Link experience. So for those Web2 people that just want to get into an NFT project, you'll be able to connect your wallet, sign in with your email, and it'll just make it very easy for you. So it's going to be both experiences. So it'll support we don't want to just like not support everybody that's like a Web3 maxi. That's always going to be supported no matter what.
So if I'm getting this right, using the custom experience that you guys are building, this will enable Web2 users to interact with your DAO through Magic Link, or they would need to connect to the DApp, in the typical Web3 fashion through their wallets and all that.
It would be both. So, here's like the Web2 experience example. I go into the DeWiCats website. I try to connect my wallet. I log in with my email. You get a Magic Link email. You confirm you authenticate. You'll create your own wallet. All right. You'll have your wallet. You just don't have to do all the dirty work. You don't have to like set your seed phrase. I mean, save your seed phrase. You really don't have access to your private key. Those it's all kind of Magic has a really good like safety protocol, but there is like a way to get it. It's just a little more complicated. You have to go through like Magic support. But yeah, you'll log in with your email. Then you can buy it. Let's say you buy a DeWiCat, and now that you have a DeWiCat on this Magic Link wallet, you can just go ahead through the website. Go to our governance URL. It's all the same app, and you'll just be able to interact with the DAO. You can vote, propose, etc.
On the DeWiCat setup, wonder how much you guys have thought about like, are you going to be using things like a council token? How many DeWiCats does somebody need to make a proposal? What's the quorum? I don't know if you guys have got that deep into things.
Yeah, yeah, we may use a council token, but the most important thing is that every DeWiCat counts as one vote, and so really most likely what we're gonna do, and what it sounds like we're gonna do, it's not 100% confirmed, but we're gonna have 2,000 DeWiCats be minted on day of mint, and then additionally we're gonna have like one new DeWiCat be born every day. So like we're getting a lot of inspiration from nouns. Just it's a really great project, and there's nothing really like it on Solana, and we're offering this twist with Helium, and so with that first 2,000 mint, people will still be able to get into DeWiCats just by every day. One of these new ones will be born, and you'll be able to buy it through the website, like using either Magic Link or your Web3 wallet. And so Magic Link is great because they actually offer a service where Magic Link connects with another third-party API that they work really closely with, and you'll actually be able to buy it with like a credit card, which is really cool. Imagine like I buy a DeWiCat with my credit card, Magic Link. I don't even create a wallet. Now I'm into Web3, and I can like now propose ideas, vote on ideas, and yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool to see.
Super cool, dude. We're doing 100%, and I love the nouns capability because you're right. There is nothing like the only. There have been versions which are like janky, where like a community's making a one of one and then raffling it off once a week or something. Um, and I guess the idea is that this is kind of like this is a program. Are these like generated by the DeWiCats are going to be algorithmically generated, and all the minting funds go into the DAO controlled by these NFTs?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we already have the generator ready, and we have a lot of really awesome artwork that our team has worked really hard on, and yeah, like this will all be minted via H&T. I think that's one of the most important. Well, not most important, but yeah, we just want to like clarify that it won't be minted via Sol, it'll be minted via H&T, and H&T is a Helium network token, and so even with Magic Link, we'll be able to do that conversion, which will be pretty neat.
Interesting. So, I mean, I guess that doesn't change anything on the marketplace side, right? Like, if somebody wants to sell it for Sol, they would be able to.
Yeah,
I would
exactly. Yeah,
I would think so too, because HNT technically is now an SPL token, right?
correct. Yeah, so it's only the day of like mint date and when these DeWiCats are being born, like they're going to be bought on our website, right? So that on mint is when you pay with H&T. Like anything like reselling, you can sell it for Sol. Like I'm sure if you go to Magic Eden, you're gonna sell it for Sol. Yeah, we're just this is like a really like I said before, we're Helium maxis, like, and we want to get the Helium community involved here, and hopefully we can be that NFT that represents Helium, which will be pretty cool to see.
Absolutely, especially like just getting people to have HNT to mint is a big step in that direction. And then any other kind of like staking components or yeah, like off the top of my head, I think that's probably the other like way to is that part of the plan? Is that there's some kind of staking or um, how else does a holder get involved with Ethereum?
Yeah, like there's a lot of possibilities. Like we don't want to promise anything too soon, but like we like I think a lot of NFT projects that promise a lot of things that they don't deliver. We want to make sure we deliver on every promise, and one of those is being the Web 2 accessibility, being a custom DAO, having hopefully we can promise like the metadata on chain, and then we'll look into like what's going to be really cool is that once we get all that done and we have like hopefully we grow a big enough community where we can start doing really cool things with the Helium programs that the Helium Foundation have worked on with. Like we're going to have a treasury of hotspots, and Noah from the foundation team like has created some really really great programs, and the possibilities are endless there. Like we can start creating some really really cool things. So yeah, that there's your answer. We're looking into it. We can't promise what exactly we'll do, but we definitely want to lead into that direction.
Okay. So I guess that answers my question about what more of synergies are you guys thinking or have in mind, in terms of, with the Helium network and so on and so forth. And I have to say, I haven't been excited for an NFT project for a while now, since I heard about DeWiCats. So yeah, that's saying something. I would bet that even Legend in the audience, that's like a big no NFT guy, would have his senses tingling about DeWiCats. So that's something. Um, I seen the screenshot that you guys shared, about the custom DAO experience on Realms. I see home, mint, raffle, treasury, and I also see what I guess are some sample proposals. So that would be, great. And through the nouns analogy, that would be, a breath of fresh air in not only in the Solana NFT space, but also in the DAO space beyond Ethereum. So, congratulations, guys! That's a very exciting new direction. I also wanted to ask. You mentioned that 2,000 DeWiCats are going to be um, uh, placed into the treasury in order to be generated in time intervals, I guess, and same as what's happening with nouns. So the total available supply, what will that be on the date of the mint?
Sorry. So yeah, to be clear, so our plan is to mint 2,000 on day one. So not do like your typical 10,000 mint. It's not 100% confirmed, but we're thinking we'll have enough community members to get, to want to get into DeWiCats to like mint 2,000 of them. And after that, we want to have a new DeWiCat be born every day. We haven't really confirmed if there's going to be a limit yet. Because really, if you think about it, like you don't get to 10,000 like after a lot of years. So I'm sure maybe we can let the community decide on that. That's really what this DAO is about. We can start 2,000, get a good enough community going, and then the community will just increase by one every single day until maybe DeWiCats decides that they want it to stop. Anything is possible.
So for me to understand and the audience to understand better, on the mint date, there's going to be a maximum of 2K that the community can mint, and then daily, there will only be one DeWiCat up for grabs. Until the community decides is differently. I assume very swiftly after you set up your governance and DAO shots are being fired up on the platform, which that would be super amazing, I guess.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we're super excited to get this thing fired up and start merging the Solana community with the Helium community. There's so many members of the Helium community that haven't been able to get their own NFT with H&T, and this is going to be the first time that hopefully they'll be able to do it. And I'm hoping we can get other Solana NFT maxis out there and join as well, and kind of like merge these two really big communities together and just start creating some really cool stuff.
Is there anything that I can't imagine there's anything that prevents somebody from issuing an NFT today in H&T, right? It's just that no one's had the, I mean, it's not like Helium's been on Solana forever. But like, I'm curious because, I'm just trying to think, as the Dean's List community, we have an NFT right now. There's actually a few one of ones that we've never listed or put on the market. I mean, I guess there's nothing that would prevent us from auctioning off or raffling off one in H&T, right?
Correct. Yeah, there really isn't anything stopping you guys from doing it. So it's just we haven't seen it being done. Nobody has done it, and yeah.
And as far as like the So the forgive me, I'm not, very. I haven't gotten exposed too much to the Helium community. There aren't. Are there any NFTs? Were there any NFTs? Before migrating to Solana?
On Helium.
Yeah.
Well, so remember, like Helium, Helium had its own blockchain, right? And on Helium, there was no notion of NFTs. Like you couldn't really build, like you couldn't build anything on the Helium's chain that wasn't like, Helium was really all about Helium. It's uh, if you think about it, like the hotspots were kind of like NFTs on the Helium chain, but they weren't classified as NFTs. There was just hotspots. That's it.
Yeah, this sounds like an untapped market, and I'm now trying to think about, okay, how does one go about marketing this? And it sounds like obviously you guys are already extremely intimate with the Helium community. So, would you be going to like Twitter for it? Would you be going to the Helium Discord? Like, how do you get that word out about DeWiCats, or is it already kind of like the entire Helium community knows about it and is waiting for it?
Yeah, I would be so excited if the whole Helium community was waiting for it, but I don't think that's the case. Yeah, we're doing some work on marketing. Luckily, I have a good relationship with Abai and Amir. He's my CEO. I work for Nova Labs, so I do have like a good you know a good connection with a lot of people there. But we can't just go on the Helium Discord and start like marketing like DeWiCats. That we would just get blocked. Like that's not something they want people to do. We can't just chill over there. So yeah, we're working on Twitter right now. We have a private Discord. We have a lot of great people on our team right now. We are missing like some marketing help, but we have a few people that know what they're doing. So we hope that we can grow the community even more. And us going to Helium Hacker House. We've gone to a couple Solana hacker houses. We'll be at Breakpoint. So those little things. We hope to be in more Twitter Spaces, etc. Just some organic growth.
Best of luck on this, guys, and we would be happy to support you. And we're always excited to check out new tools, new ways of approaching things, thinking outside the box, and of course, giving a warm welcome to the first NFT community from the Helium community on Solana. That would be, something that we would wholeheartedly welcome. I wanted to ask how plugged in the Helium community is to Web3, because I remember back in the day, in the early days of Helium, it was about set up your hotspot, find your hardware, and go about your day. Have you guys identified that there are a lot of people that are Web3 natives and want to get into the Web3 nitty gritty, so to speak?
Yeah, to be honest, the Helium community was never really into Web3. I don't want to say never into Web3, but I guess like NFTs and like um, everything you see in Ethereum, Solana, these other big chains. Because Helium, and the way I see it, it's always it was always a lot of hardware geeks. Like people that like LoRaWAN, now 5G, and liked messing around with IoT devices, things like that. And that's really how like this community of just hardware geeks and engineers just kind of like grew. I think it happened like during the pandemic, and then like I think I want to say like 20, I forget what it was, but I think after 2021 there was like the first hacker house, and like a lot of this like community that was like kind of grown online just kind of like met for the first time, and that kind of happened. But now it's like, of course, the Solana migration. I actually was the main engineer working on the wallet app. So the wallet app was talking to the Helium chain before, and I had to make it talk to the Solana chain, and there's a lot of cool things that we added there. One of those being the browser tab, and yeah, the browser tab. Obviously, we had to add the Solana wallet adapter, get it working with that, and just with that, we're that's like a gate to just dApps overall, everything on Solana, Jupiter, um, any dApp tool out there, NFT projects, etc. And with that, yeah, just that browser, that Solana wallet adapter is just that's the gate to getting the Helium community into this world. That's just one way. And so, yeah, we'd be very excited. Sorry. Yeah, we'd be very excited to be able to maybe hopefully get our link out there in the wallet app. Maybe it's possible. There's some recommended links, and try to get the Helium community involved with DeWiCats. But either way, if that doesn't happen, we could always get the Helium community to tap into DeWiCats D app through their app. So I hope that all made sense.
Yeah, I want to pick your brain a bit around how you kind of see a DAO with the hotspots and the deep pin. What are some of the activities you kind of imagine? I'm thinking, okay, the treasury of this DAO has, owns a certain amount of these devices. You're gonna have to coordinate where they're being held, how they're moved around the network. Is it like coordinating? Hey, there's demand in Ghana. Let's find some DAO members there to run them. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but I'm super fascinated about what are these DAO activities related to Helium.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, we have actually thought about kind of decentralizing the deployers, which is kind of what you're saying, which would be awesome. Get these DAO members to start deploying hotspots for the DeWiCats community, and just start it flowing, getting it to flow back into the treasury. And yeah, that's obviously going to be a little more complicated because we'd have to have some wallets that make sure they flow back into the treasury. Maybe some custom programs that interact with the Helium programs, etc. But on day one, what we're going to do is that we're going to be the ones deploying and maintaining these hotspots. Like I said, we have over 25. I actually didn't even touch on this, but we're actually, as you said at the very beginning, we're a Miami-based NFT project. We're all most of us are from Miami, and one of our plans is to deploy just tons of hotspots all over Miami, and maybe offer some free 5G services for communities in need in Miami. We actually submitted a proposal to the city of Miami, Mayor Suarez. We did get a couple meetings with them, and yeah, we're still in talks. They seem very interested because we think if we can do this, kind of just power up Miami, we can bring in a lot of jobs, a lot of companies to come in here and start creating IoT services, 5G services. Because yeah, we think at the end of the day, we're really just supporting decentralized infrastructure, and that's what Helium is, right? So yeah, that's a pretty cool little project that we're working on. And yeah, if that pulls through, that's going to be very, very exciting.
Yeah, that's a huge initiative, and I love that you guys are launching. You've got plenty of time towards your launch, and you already have a mission. Um, I definitely want you guys to rely on us. Both the Realms team and the Dean's List out team to kind of think through a lot of these things. I've learned a lot in the short time of this space. I have to get going, but this was great, and I look forward to talking with you guys more. And I'm gonna definitely make sure to connect you with other members of our team so we can work on the documentation together. looking forward to doing a lot together, brother.
Awesome, man. Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for the kind words. We're so excited to be working with you guys, and yeah, any way we can both help out each other, that would be great. And yeah, let's keep in touch, and let's get this thing going.
I also would like to point out that it's very, very, very motivating and very, very encouraging to see uh, what I'm about to call the if ecosystem mentality of builders that taking their time. They have no rush. It's not about price going up and the floor going up, because I'm sad to admit that Solana is suffers of that characteristic as a community, where there's a kind of impatience when it comes to following a project and the community surrounding a project. So it's always about things happening quickly, and what are the devs are doing today, what's happening, why aren't we number one in the universe right now. So it's very, very, very refreshing to see this grounded uh, um, uh, plan that you have your destination, and your guys don't hesitate to take your time to walk and not run towards it. That's, for me, it's very, very encouraging, and I wish we had more of that in the space, because as we all come to know in our let's say crypto and Web3 pilgrimage, I'd like to call it. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So it's always nice to take your time and think things through, and not rush into things, and you know uh, take the time to accomplish your vision alongside with your ever growing community. I think that's one of the best things that can happen to a project and a team. So I'm very, very happy you guys are in our ecosystem, so to speak. And as Dean said, yeah, we're very, very happy to help, and whatever you guys need, Dean's list and Realms to an extent, we will be very, very happy to help you walk towards that direction of your vision.
Awesome, man. Yeah, yeah. Again, like, we really appreciate the kind words, and we 100% agree. This is definitely not a sprint; it's a marathon, and we're making sure that we're hitting all the check marks, and we're we're gonna make sure that this is a project of quality. And you know, I think the best projects are built during the toughest times. So right now we're in crypto winter, and this is what we build. And the sun will shine again soon.
That it will, that's for sure. We're closing up in the hour mark, so any questions from the audience? Anybody that wants to ask questions about DeWiCats, one of the most interesting NFT projects that we have encountered so far, personally speaking? Raise your hands, ask questions. This is a very, very interesting project, so feel free to ask any kind of questions you want. Ahmed, you can also say a couple of
Yeah,
things if you had in your mind.
I just wanted to say that I'm blown away by the level of detail that you guys are going to in terms of creating a utility project and not just selling hype. And looking forward to how we can support you guys from the Dean's List, and to a certain extent from the Realms platform. And on a personal note, I'm really looking forward to when whatever is the whitelisting procedure, because I would love to be a DV owner and be more involved when you guys finally go live. So that's pretty much from me. Would love an answer to when does the whitelisting go live?
Yeah, for sure, man. I can't give you a specific date, but we'll have Agnel. He's leading the project and the strategy, so he'll for sure have an answer real soon. And Uh, what I can say is that we're gonna start getting some people into the Discord community, having some, you know, maybe a couple hundred people at a time, and getting some people whitelisted. So that's definitely coming, and yeah, just watch out for it.
Okay, one last question for me, and unless we have any questions from the audience, we can wrap this amazing discussion up. Um, have there been any Solana DAOs that you guys have enjoyed being members, or see that they're doing great work, and that you'd like to take some things out of their book, and use them in your own path? And one a bit more technical question is, I assume that the custom DAO experience that you guys are building, it will be a self-hosted version of Realms. And I'm asking this because we had some discussions about that with Sebastian as well recently, about the merits of having a self-hosted version of Realms versus having the basic, let's say, version that most of the Solana DAOs go for.
Yeah. So I'll answer your first question. And do we have any NFT projects on Solana that we like or look up to, or just try to like get ideas from? Um, we're very, as you can tell, we're fans of like pixel art. So we really like, of course, the Monkey DAO, because I think they have some great artwork, and with their Gen 3, it's looking great. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking really good. Um, but in terms of utility, I don't think we've really seen anything on Solana that has really inspired us. A lot of our inspiration comes from ETH, and a lot of Ethereum projects, because I really think right now, like, it's sad to say, but that's really where the NFT community lies, a lot of it. Um, and so we're trying to, push that to Solana. We know how powerful Solana is, but I think, Solana is so hyper focused on performance, and then sometimes we lack on the UX side of things. So, some of those projects like Nouns DAO, Moonbirds, I think, yeah, we love the Monkey DAO artwork, so I guess that's a Solana one. But in terms of like the governance, like we really like what Moonbirds did. We really like what Nouns DAO did, and yeah, we're trying to bring that into Solana. And yeah, your second question for the hosting, I guess you could think of it like as self-hosted realms, but it's a bit different because we're not just like hosting like the realms UI, right? Like it's completely custom. We're not even touching anything from the realms UI. We're only looking at Oyster like governance SDK. That's all we're looking at, and we're just using those instructions, and sending the necessary transactions using the program, and it's going to be completely custom. But in a way, it is like self-hosted, but I think it's going to be even more powerful. Like if you look at what Helium did right now with their DAO on Realms, they do have, I think, a self-hosted one, right? It's just they just self-hosted the same website, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, this is going to be completely custom UX, and we hope that by doing this, we can like maybe improve some of the performance that Realms has been having, and try to like lean every project to just like host their own UI, offer your own experience.
Loving it, loving it. Once again, guys, this has been an amazing discussion. I'm very fascinated, very very bullish on DeWiCats, very bullish on the ways you guys are approaching things. Very bullish on the pedigree that you're bringing and the thought process that you're bringing in the Solana ecosystem. It is so much needed here. Uh, Best of luck to everything that you're doing, and we will be supporting you. Both Dean's List and Realms are going to be supporting you as much as we can and help you succeed.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Yeah, we love to hear it, and yeah, well, we hope we can help in any way possible. Documentation, SDK. Yeah, we can talk things out. But yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay, and on that note, I think we can wrap this up. A fascinating discussion, another weekly DAO space for realms and for DAOs and for amazing cool projects such as DeWiCats. For anybody listening, keep your eye on this one. It's going to be a game changer, literally, for both NFT aficionados and DAO people. So looking forward to what you guys are cooking, and keep us updated. Thank you so much for coming to this space today, and let's wrap this up. Thank you for coming, everybody.
Awesome, man. Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank you.
I'll see
Thank
you
you.
guys on the chain. Bye.
On the chain,
Definitely.
exactly. That's the motto. Okay, bye everybody. Have a great weekend.